But in most cases, they direct you to go to the ATM. It is at the ATM that when people would have suffered and nothing there, they will now want to force themselves into the bank. Like what I said, all this brought upon us because of my own money. God will not forgive those who brought us to this situation. Not only money,
everything.
Where? Yeah. Everything. This darkness, God will ensure darkness in the lives of all the people who have their hands on this into perpetuity.
It is, but Guru, before
10th generation will suffer it.
Definitely. I mean, the way everything is going. But I'm just wondering, since this directive came from the central bank earlier on that they should stop receiving old notes, I think the proper thing to do is that no bank right now should have old notes. All of them should have gone to the central bank. And since the central bank has not given a directive that go ahead and pay old notes, where did these banks get these old notes from?
Again, let me tell you this, Coyote. Let me tell you this, please. Forgive me as I want to tell you this.
Please go ahead, sir.
I know of about 5 banks that immediately the mop-up operation started when people brought their money. People brought their money. It's under the name swapping.
Yes.
SWAPPING. Which means to swap something is that you give me this bottle of water. It's like trade by barter.
Exactly.
I give you my bread. But it is for this thing that, some people are committed suicide in rural community. Because in most rural community, there are no banks. There might be only one bank, which will be about 4 hours journey on donkey or 12 hours journey to get to.
Yeah.
So the only one person they know in that community, because all of them in such community, they keep their money under their bed, dig ground, anything. The person was, okay, you do go to bank. Okay, all of them will organize their money and give to him. Okay, you would bring our money back for us. And the person from that community who is now more enlightened by having a bank account wouldn't have known that this is not what it meant. Because what he had was swap. You bring it home, you take this. He got there only to sit in the bank for after 72 hours. Only they took the money. Then we are not giving you the money yet. You can go to ATM. Most they refuse to go back to the villages because what will I tell the people? They will believe.
Exactly.
They will think I have gone to spend their money. The predicament of this thing we are talking is not an easy thing.
It's beyond what we are thinking.
Oh yes, how many people are dead that are not being reported? We are talking of the rural area, and now. When this matter happened, I know of many banks, immediately they mop up money like that, they take the money away, and the money went into destruction. Let me not say incineration, because I don't know the instrument with which they destroy them.
Yeah.
Now, they come forward, no, move a little to the right, no, go backwards. It's a terrible thing.
It is.
And so people deliberately put this on us Nigerians.
For personal gains.
Now, let us face one fact. Is there government now?
The attitude doesn't show there is.
The money is now concentrated in the hands of a very few, and those very few don't vote of our.
What happened in Ghana about 12 years ago or about 15 even, when the redenomination was done and 4 zeros were removed from the back or from the Naira note, from the CD notes then, and 10,000 cedis suddenly became 1 Ghana cedis. Now. After some years, there were reports that all this money that were meant to be swapped were actually swapped, taken to their account, and instead of they being taken to their Bank of Ghana, BOG, to be burnt, incinerated, or whichever way they do it, it is then brought back into the system, and another person takes that same amount into the bank to be deposited, and there are a lot of people made millions in this process of just trading the same currency over and over again. So that's why I asked that in our own case, who is monitoring to make sure that, okay, you banks, you've collected this amount. Shouldn't they be at the CBN right now? Which bank should have any old notes in their strong room as at today? Is that not a violation on its own?
Okay, God bless you. You see, this you are back on a very good journey of discovery, voyage of discovery, I will always call it. And you want to have some facts. You may not get these facts if you are not one of those few Nigerians that are initiated. If you are not, you will not get these facts you are looking for at all. Because there are many things that are happening here that are not made known to too many Nigerians.
Definitely.
And even the Nigerian that is dying, suffering, no food. Some people have nothing to put for the table for their children. About the royal community dwellers. Even Lagos, is it not Lagos here? The professor of Sindopa died. How many are dying like that?
There are so many peri-urban areas in Lagos.
You will not, then I will attempt to answer your question of, are the banks not supposed to have moved the money away? How did the money come back? You see, what is happening is what I will call double tragedy for Nigeria. The leadership of Nigeria at the federal level has sold Nigeria out for poor polish. You see, the battle between Emefiele and the DSS is real. The DSS might probably exaggerate in their finding, but there are facts. Part of the facts is this, let me tell you. The banks themselves, say you know the new policy now that if you have been within the banking industry within 30 years or how many years?
My 5 years, a maximum of 15, 12 years for recurrent, yes,
you
maximum.
Know, the central bank justified it, but you know why this one is coming out?
Why, sir?
Why? They will justify it. Oluwakayode ọmọ Iposi.
Yeah.
Iposu.
Yes, sir.
Ṣé mo pè dá?
Iposu. Ẹgbìyànjú.
Iposu. Okay. Iposu. Oluwakayode ọmọ Iposu.
Yes, sir.
There is a report that there is somebody up there that all the banks, the managing director of the banks, gives 20 billion to annually. And they call it pocket money. This last year, only about 3 or 4 of the banks that had seen you could not give the 20 billion. And they now said that because we don't have, one of them gave 7 billion, another one gave 5 billion. The remaining 2, I don't know how much they give. So now this thing has become something that leaked out to those few Nigerians that are initiated. That's why I say, if you are not one of the initiated, you won't get your fact. Now, so this is this, okay. How did this come out? So if you see a law like this, they are telling you is to bless Nigeria, is to enhance a corporate this, you know why they are coming out. It is Bola Tinubu that told us that the that it was targeted at him.
Yeah.
I cannot say it is not true. But when they tell you about the law of the money, is it not for Nigeria interest? They will tell you. Is it not to boost the economy?
Of course.
They will tell you. So where this money is coming from, don't ask my dead mother because she will not be around to tell you. But these are realities. These are realities. If you know what is happening in the system, did somebody not come to tell you that there's about 87 trillion Nigeria money being hidden in some different accounts? When the IMF asked for acknowledgement of the millions of dollars that was sent to Nigeria for COVID, what happened between the Ministry of Finance and the CBN? Why don't you go and investigate? You are a journalist. Why don't you go and investigate? Or when Minister of Finance came to the National Assembly, I'm hearing it for the first time about this money denomination. I don't know about it. It will have its consequential implications. Were there no discussion behind the facade that led some people to come and talk out publicly?